Slosh Talk.
The GOB network, the WGoB network is on the air. We are the Girls of Booze, and this is Slosh Talk.
You see the name? You see the name on the thing?
Yeah, what he said.
Slosh Talk, for those of you who don't know, is our new concept where
it's
we recorded a little bit of a show talking shit after
Vegemin.
Vegemin something, whatever the fuck you just
Sit
said.
back.
Great. So Slosh Talk will be an episode of Frank and I talking shit. We like to talk movies, pop culture, comics, music, cartoons, fucking whatever you can think about.
Sports.
Topical shit.
Yeah, get on your mic there, guy. But of course, obviously, Girls of Booze, we got to have a beer or something while we drink that. So tonight, we're going to start with a little Magnify Brewing. We're going to start with their double IPA. And they call it Thanksgiving. It's 8% alcohol by volume. Magnify Brewing out of Fairfield, New Jersey. Thanksgiving.
Just went live real quick.
I don't know what's going on this side of the couch, but so listen.
A little Slosh Talk. We're fucked up out here. A little Thanksgiving.
Dank. Gang.
Now, when we first started the show, I made a lot of mentions to beers that were considered to be dank. This is dank on a dank level.
Yeah.
Let's not overuse the word dank.
Pass that down. Dank for the dank on the dank tank.
Dang.
This isn't dank as in like Fear Factor where they're eating like deer dicks. No, you get that.
Dang.
I let y'all go so I can focus, man.
Jay loving himself on the live TV with his alfalfa ass hair standing up.
I'll let y'all, man.
No, seriously? That's a great smelling fucking beer.
Where do we start off with Slosh Talk this fucking decade? Now,
anybody watching The Walking Dead?
The only fair thing we should do is start off with a sip of the Magnify and give some love.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanksgiving Magnify, Fairfield, New Jersey.
Damn.
I taste the gravy. Anybody taste the gravy?
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
No,
Magnify.
it's good.
Big shouts, baby. Doug, Walking Dead?
Yeah. Anybody watching The Walking Dead?
No.
I haven't honestly watched since they killed off Glenn, yo.
All right, this is important.
It was too violent.
So basically, I mean, based on how long this will be until this comes out, most people will know this already. But listen, look at me. Spoilers. Cancel it. Fast forward. It's your own fault if you're still paying attention. Spoilers. The show. Jesus Christ Almighty. Take all the time you need, Jay. For fuck's sake.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
And it's an actual
Just
wait.
a goddamn minute.
It's an actual wait, too. Actual wait.
I feel like the show is
relax for Slosh
the show
Talk,
is
bro.
now it's basically abandoning the comic book roots that it started in.
It is.
It
Spiraling out of
is
control.
because it killed off somebody that most people think in the comics is like the future and is going to take over the whole group.
Michonne.
Huh? No. Killed
No.
Carl.
Carl.
So on the show.
On the show they killed Carl?
Yeah, on the show. So
Spoiler alert.
well, here's the thing. I mean, by the
Oh
time
my God, they killed old One Eye.
by the time this show is on YouTube, I mean, we'll probably have an answer to this. To me, I feel like everybody's trying a little too hard to say that Carl is dead, and it leads me to believe that there might
He's not
be
dead.
there might be a weird thing where Carl is gonna be the first person to be bit by a zombie and like survives, and
Like
suddenly
he was a...
So he's Glenn under the
and
dumpster?
and
Like he had
suddenly,
an
yeah,
anti-venom or
this is
something.
feeling a little bit like Glenn under the dumpster, and like Carl might be the reason. Like it might be Carl's antibodies that saves everybody, or I mean, obviously the people that know the comics know that there's a group called the Whisperers that dress like zombies and bite people to pretend they are. But I don't know. I mean, the mid-season finale of season 7 ended with Carl revealing to Rick and Michonne that he had been bitten by a zombie, and I mean, interviews with the producer says that, hey, it's a zombie bite. It's going to play out the way that they play out on the show. But
No, that doesn't sound like it, bro.
Right,
It sounds
so-
like the zombie bite leads to,
It's-
shit, his antibodies don't have him sick.
it's a little bit non-committal, and I feel like, I mean, maybe it's all legit. I don't know, but it feels like the kid that plays Carl is, I don't know. It just feels a little.
kind of like upset or something.
Yeah.
Like there was some issues going on with him.
He tweeted out that like he feels that he felt like he was betrayed, and it's super upset that he just bought a house in Georgia next to where the production is, And then his dad sent out a tweet saying that like he never trusted Scott Gimple and he never.
He
trusted
wouldn't put that
AMC.
online if it wasn't bullshit.
Hold on, never trusted any of them, and they fired his son before his 18th birthday. It just feels to me like people are trying really hard to say that Carl's off the show, and it feels to me like
Bullshit.
the kid that plays Carl, Chandler Riggs, I think his name is. It feels like that he's trying hard to take stories you may have heard, like, hey, hey, Chandler Riggs signs for 3 more years with The Walking Dead, or hey, Chandler Riggs just bought a new house in Georgia by the production of. It almost feels like he's taking those stories and saying, "Oh, this hurts because I just bought a house thanks to the production," or
he's placating.
"Oh, this really hurts because they said they wanted to sign me for 3 more years." I don't know, and it was a typical mid-season finale where Carl gets bit. He's bit by a zombie, or as near as you can tell. And the season ends with like he's sitting there. No question. He looks fucked up. He looks like it's about to end. He looks like he's about to turn.
Yeah.
Rick and Michonne are crying, standing around him, and the camera pans back, and you don't know. But it just seems weird to me that like when people ask Scott Gimple in particular, like, so Carl's dead, and he says, "Well, it's a bite, and a bite's going to play out the way it does."
But we're far enough now in the seasons where something like that has to happen to switch things up. Everybody bit thus far has died. It's about time to switch it up.
But it's not only that. But the bite. Carl shows the bite to his dad and Michonne.
Okay.
And it just seems like zombie bites in the show have been dirty and like.
They
gruesome
have
and
you ever
whatever.
played The Last
This
of
is
Us?
a really clean. It looks as though you had bit Frank. Like it.
You ever played The Last of Us?
Huh? Yeah. But
I think the same thing's happening.
But it's like a clean bite. So that's why some people out there in the world are thinking that it's one of the Whisperers, who are humans that dress up in zombie shit and bite people to pretend like they're zombies.
No, I don't buy that though.
I don't know if that's the case.
I don't buy
that. I don't know.
I buy he's The Last of Us. He has the antibody needed to be the cure.
Maybe.
How far is that show going to go? They have to.
Well,
do
that's
something.
just it. I mean, at some point it's got to end. And he was on some interview saying that this is one of the last few seasons, which has never been announced.
They're about ready to introduce Dracula. They're jumping the shark. They got to do something.
To me, they have to go through the Whisperers War, which is like one of the coolest parts of the story. I mean, here's the thing, though. In the comics, the little that I know of the comics,
they veered off the comics.
No, they did a little bit.
Yeah.
But the Whisperers War, one of the coolest things about the comics is that Rick Grimes captures Negan, doesn't kill him. Negan ends up becoming very close with Carl, and Carl, Negan, and Rick kind of form a little triumvirate that they start to strategize together. Negan starts to give Rick some pointers on what to do. He almost becomes one of Rick's lieutenants.
Yeah, lieutenant.
So it's kind of like if you kill Carl off in the show, then you're not going to have that. You're not going to have that relationship with Negan. Right. So that would lead me to believe they're going to kill Negan off in the show at some point. Which is fine, but it kind of changes the dynamics. And listen, not for nothing, I don't read comics.
He's their largest
I'm not emotionally
adversary.
attached, but it seems like a cool storyline to have the whole Whisperers thing with Carl and Negan on one side of it.
Right.
But whatever.
Unless you're trying to kill off the show, period.
See,
too,
unless you're trying to end that show.
Well, that's kind of what the kid that plays Carl was saying, is that this is one of the last few seasons, which has never been announced. So people are kind of like, "Whoa, what do you mean?"
But how much further can they go? Are
Well,
you going to do a Saved by the Bell college years?
Going on?
I mean,
are you going to do a whole new cast?
Right.
You can't.
And the thing with killing Carl, I think you should have killed Carl, honestly, and you got to kill Judith also because
oh God.
No. Because here's the thing: the show, frankly, the show is, I think it's either 2.5 or 3 years has occurred in the show.
Yeah.
But it's been like 8 years on the in real world.
In real life.
So now Carl realistically should be like 12, and he's fucking 18.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? It's you're running into problems with Judith is aging. And Carl is aging. Meanwhile, you have Maggie, who's pregnant and hasn't even shown a little bit.
Whoa. Maggie's pregnant?
Yeah, Maggie's pregnant with Glenn's baby. So, but she hasn't.
That hasn't
shown.
popped out yet?
No, she hasn't even started to show. So that's what I'm saying, is that you run into the problem timeline-wise of how does Carl and Judith keep aging and other things, like nobody's aged around them.
They're messing up.
It's not messing up.
No, production-wise, that's a mistake.
Here's what I'm thinking.
No, but it's not, because with Carl, what are you going to do? You can't do anything with Carl. With Judith, it's a mistake because you could have just put different babies in there and kept her being a baby.
True.
You decided not to, and now she's growing up, and it just doesn't make any sense. So, to me, you had to write Carl out. I don't have a problem with that. And frankly, you got to write Judith out, and Judith is dead in the comics
I see that from
anyway.
a one-eyed standpoint. You got to write Carl out.
When I say ha. But anyway, nobody watches Walking Dead anymore, right? Because the ratings are declining. So
no, but
nobody
here's
cares.
the thing: like even like for me, like I was so big into that show in the beginning, but it just felt like it's getting so repetitive to a point.
Every
where it's
episode,
just
same
like,
shit. Oh yeah, every episode, same shit.
Nothing really like kept me to watch it. So this season I haven't watched. Honestly, I'm sorry. I
gotta be honest. This season to me was one of their better seasons. Last season I felt like
Really?
yeah, I
Better
like
than
the
the
season
prison
a lot.
season?
Huh?
Better
I
than
thought-
the
I
first
thought the
prison?
No, I'm not saying it's their best season, but this season to me is better than the
That was
last.
my favorite
call it
season. Prison
3.
season.
Like this season is just all out war with Negan. It's kind of like it drags a little bit, but each episode is a different stage of the war against Negan. So,
True. Well, I'll say if they start killing off season 1 characters in that extent, Carl and
there's only 2 left.
Mhm.
It's
Carl and
Rick and Carol.
Well, Carl,
Carl's dead, guy.
that's my point.
Gang,
They
gang.
start killing off season
Gang,
1
gang.
characters, Carl and Carol, and Rick has to go at some point. But then you end up in a Saved by the Bell college years, all new cast, weird shit. When you start when you start killing off main characters in any show, when you get to the point where there's 2-3 main characters left from season 1, you start killing them. The dynamic of your show has changed so much; it's unrecognizable and not fun to watch anymore. I feel like Walking Dead has reached that point where
Well,
it's
you know
like,
what?
come on.
In respect to them, though, there's a lot of people that jump on later too, and they really don't care. Like they're just like,
Well, the guy that writes the comic has said that Rick is going to die. So that's the weird thing with the comic is that the comic has always been, and this makes sense to me too. The comic's always been Carl's story. There's even concept art
Yeah.
out there of Carl as an adult with a beard,
Yep.
and the eye patch. He's got his dad's hat on. He's got Michonne's katana. He's got Negan's bat. He's got like everything he would have collected through the years, and he's the one that ultimately leads everybody into whatever. Clearly, the TV show is going to veer from that path at this point, unless Carl is going to miraculously survive, which I guess is possible.
Well,
But
it is possible.
I don't know. I mean, listen, I like the show. I still like the show, but I liked it more in the past than I do now. But I still stick with it.
that's cute.
Is cute the right word?
So-
you punk bitch.
I'm just scrolling through real quick.
That's professional.
I'm scrolling through,
Scrolling.
and I
Hey,
ended up
scroll-
on what has to be the
scrollable.
next topic.
What was that?
How the shit did the fucking Patriots lose to the Dolphins? How does that happen?
The Patriots don't give a fuck. They're gonna beat the Steelers this week, and it's all gonna be good.
I doubt they are, bro. The way Bell's playing, the way Bryant's playing.
We should say that it's December. Was the 16th?
Yes.
It's December 16th, 2017. So by the time this plays, we'll know how the Patriots and
Yeah, it'll
Steelers
be the
game
Super
went.
Bowl.
but-
The Super Bowl.
Yeah,
All right.
it'll be
Who
it'll be
could
the
have
Pro Bowl.
predicted at December 16th, Patriots are 10-3 with one of those 3 losses being the Dolphins? No way.
Why not? The Dolphins play them strong every year, though.
How about the Eagles winning and losing at the same time?
Well, the Eagles.
Oh, man.
You don't have
That
no
was-
knees.
Disappointed my heart to see Wentz go down because I love to see him play. This year, he's been nothing short of exciting to watch.
I know.
Now, you all seen that game where the hole closed in on him and he popped out last minute. I mean, that fucking guy is strong. Doug's done. Doug's done.
It didn't break though.
It's
He's
important to know
strong.
that is still good.
He's strong, explosive. I watched plays that last game he got hurt where he threw the ball, and while throwing it, his arm gets hit, and his grip's so strong, he still makes the pass.
You know what's kind of funny though? Like I get it. Like, yo,
He's
so-
exciting.
he's exciting, and
Exciting.
he's still hurt. So guess who's back in the picture?
Nick Foles.
Nick Foles. It's
But-
exciting. It's
but-
exciting, but as a Giants fan, you know what I gotta say, right?
But if Nick Foles,
Fuck the Eagles.
if Nick Foles
I'd have
plays
more
like he
sympathy
did,
if you weren't throwing fucking batteries
If-
at our players
if
and
Nick
cheering when our
Foles-
players got hurt.
fuck the Giants. If Nick
That's fine.
Foles,
Fuck the Giants, but fuck the Eagles too.
It-
You know what? There's a lot
if
of
Nick
Eagles fans that
Foles-
are pissed off that like Giants fans and stuff are so.
Bro.
Oh, fuck you! Our player got hurt. Fuck
bro,
you! You cheer
if
when our
Nick
players
Foles,
get hurt.
If Nick Foles plays again in 2013, badass, knocking him down, they'll be all right if you fit the system around him.
Listen,
He's a backup quarterback, but can be a decent starter. 2013
Eagles
proved that.
going
fuck Nick
down.
Foles.
2013 proved he could be
Still
capable.
gonna win the division though. You know the Cowboys are over. Right?
Listen, we're gonna get that wild card.
He'll never
You're never
admit
gonna
that,
get the
bro.
wild
He'll
card.
never.
Get that
Never
wild
in a million years are there two teams coming to the NFC East.
Shit, no.
You better let that dream go.
Eagles have 2 games left, right? They might lock down home field advantage.
Why does this smell old?
They got home field advantage already.
No. They locked down the division. They have to win 1 more for home field.
Oh, good point. Yeah,
December
What's going on
16th.
over there, Jack?
December 16th, they have to lock down 1 more for home field.
By the way, this is our second magnitude.
They're not going to beat Oakland.
Peak oil.
Oakland and who else?
Jay, you
Imperial.
get some of that right there?
Who else they got to play?
What's going on with that glass right there?
Who, oh, beautiful. As he mixes beers.
Did you know? I didn't know this. My friend Ryan. Shout out to Ryan D.
Shout out.
He put me onto this website that's out there in the world that talks about mixing beers. Did you know this was a thing? I didn't even know this was a thing. Like taking Julius and Alter Ego and mixing them, or taking Haze and Green and mixing them. There's a whole website.
Yeah.
It talks about how to mix beers.
Can I be honest? That mix is fucking good.
I don't want any
You can't
part
be
of
It's
that.
honest.
so good.
I want 0 part of that.
Can we talk about? I'm gonna give you a couple of teams. Saints, 9-4. Vikings, 10-3. Stop there. With
How
their
are the-
backup, Case Keenum.
How are the Vikings 10-3?
How the
is that
fuck?
real? I didn't know that. I didn't even
With
know
Case
that.
Keenum,
I don't pay any attention to the Vikings. They're
10-3.
Wow.
No Adrian Peterson anymore.
But what happened?
Case Keenum leading the charge. Now, look at the division. Lions, 8-6.
They're
No
horrible.
Megatron. Packers, 7-6. No Rodgers.
Yeah.
But guess what, baby? Rodgers is back.
Yeah, but that's
Bears, 4-10.
well. The Bears aren't in a conversation.
Let's move it on.
Oh.
Let's move it on.
That peak
Moving
oil
on.
is not amazing.
Rams,
These people is expired.
NFC West, 9-4. Seahawks, 8-5. That's a toss-up. Either one of them can take that. NFC East, Eagles, 11-2. Closest one to them, Cowboys, 7-6. It's not happening. Eagles game all day long. Okay? AFC South, Jaguars at 9-4, Titans at 8-5. That's a bad division altogether. Bad division altogether. AFC North, Steelers, 11-2, and they're playing their best football recently. Okay? Ravens at 7-6, but they're not going to touch the Steelers. It's 11-2. AFC West, Chiefs. Bro, as bad as the Chiefs been playing, still lead their division.
I don't
8 and
understand.
6.
Is there a question here? I don't understand what's
I
happening.
don't know. What are you trying
What
to
are we
get
doing?
at?
Patriots. Watch this. Watch. Patriots, 10-3. Bills, 7-6, AFC East. Watch an earlier episode. I started off predicting Chiefs Super Bowl.
So did I. So
I
did
move on.
I thought for sure the Chiefs were going to go.
I move on to an Eagles Super Bowl. I don't know who to call right now.
All
I don't know who to call right now.
So reading all those standings was just to say you don't know who to call.
Steelers, maybe?
No, I think the Patriots are still going to the Super Bowl. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think the Patriots. I
At
think the
10-3.
Eagles.
With the game Brady played against the Dolphins, as bad as he
It's
was.
forget the fucking Dolphins. Listen, forget the Dolphins game. I'm telling you, just forget it. The Eagles. I
No
think
Gronk.
The Eagles
No
will get to
Amendola.
The Eagles will get to the NFC Championship game, I think, and will lose with Foles.
With Foles?
To the championship game?
With
I think they'll
Foles?
get to the
Wins?
championship game.
I think their first round
Listen to me.
knockouts with
Listen to me.
Foles.
Foles can play ball. He's got better stats than
But
Wentz.
he's been fucking sitting on the bench all
Okay.
fucking season.
Look it up. If you want to take a pause and look it up, he's got better stats. He's got better stats than Wentz.
Okay, in the
Wentz is
playoffs,
having a fucking
Huh?
record year.
playoffs?
It's not gonna be the Cowboys or the Giants. It's gonna be the
Honestly,
Eagles,
no.
Right? So
No.
Eagles are going in. The Patriots are being the Super Bowl for the AFC. NFC.
I don't think so, bro.
I mean, I don't even know who to pick in the
You
NFC
think the
now.
Packers still have a chance?
No.
No, this is too far back
so,
now.
So it's gonna be the Saints or
I guess
or the Eagles.
With the Saints running game
it
right
won't be
now,
it
with
won't
the
be
Saints
Eagles.
running game,
I'm gonna guess
dude's
the
good for
Eagles,
30 fantasy points a game.
You
I'm gonna
think
guess it's
Atlanta Saints.
Eagles and
going
the
for it?
Saints.
No, not Atlanta.
Saints beat the Eagles, and the Saints go to the Super Bowl.
Saints. Saints Steelers?
Saints Patriots. will be
Saints
my guess
Steelers.
right now. No. I still said Saints Patriots.
Is it a possibility Saints Steelers?
Everything's a possible.
Now, who takes that?
It could be Saints Chiefs.
The
for all we
Rapists
know.
is-
Who takes Saints Steelers?
The Rapists lost.
Steelers.
Over the Saints?
I think no matter what happens, I think the AFC wins the Super Bowl.
Doesn't this remind you of the year the Saints won it all?
Fuck the Saints.
They're
I hate the
balling.
I
Saints.
hate the Saints too, man.
Stop it. I think no matter what happens, I think the Patriots.
Who has a
win.
better defense? Saints Steelers?
Patriots win the Super Bowl this year.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
They don't make it.
Yeah, they do. The Patriots are going to the Super Bowl, and I predict they win the Super
New
Bowl.
prediction. Steelers win it all.
Okay.
You know why? Ben Roethlisberger plays no games.
Well, he plays one game. He plays.
Gets you alone in the bathroom. Touchdown.
Yeah, he plays. Let my bodyguards block the bathroom while I rape girls. So I'm gonna go. Patriots.
Slosh talk is off the track.
I mean, it is what it is. The Patriots win the Super Bowl this year, and I fucking hate them, but the Patriots win the Super Bowl this year.
It's horrible.
Who else?
Serious question. You say Patriots win.
Yeah.
Attached to that, like every other Super Bowl, is there an asterisk for some form of cheating?
No.
They seem to have gotten away with it this year. There doesn't seem to be anything going on.
Yeah.
Of all the problems in the league, I mean, Gronk, cheap shot motherfuckers.
The only cheating.
How do you get a 1-game suspension? And so did Juju Smith-Schuster.
Listen,
No idea.
It's not fair.
No
the
idea.
only cheating that's happened this year is Goodell fucking suspending Zeke for 6 games. That's the truth.
How do you feel about it? How do you feel about Roger Goodell getting that gigantic extension? Making more
that
money.
is horrible.
Making more money than these motherfuckers who put
And he's
their
getting,
life
like,
on the
the
line every time
presidential-
they serve a game.
By the way, he's getting.
I'm in the minority. He's been really good for the league.
No, forget. Okay,
wait.
forget good for the league.
Wait.
There's no way that Roger Goodell deserves the same amount or more amount of money than warriors who are on the fucking field playing and putting their life at risk
That's not
every
the world
play.
we live in.
There's guys.
Generals make more
hold
than
on,
the
I'm not
soldiers.
done. Hold on. There's guys that put themselves out there, and yes, he tackled wrong and fucked his own neck up, and he could be paralyzed, and technically it's his own fault.
That was sad
No, I agree.
and scary.
But Roger Goodell sits in a fucking office that can make more money than this guy.
But how does someone like that, not even an owner of a team,
Right.
and mind you, he's getting a presidential treatment after that, like helicopter
Let me give
service.
you. Wait.
There's a whole lot of
The
shit.
three
that's
of
in
us.
That fucking
The
contract.
three of us rob a bank. I'm your getaway driver. You two are in the bank. But you two are in the bank doing the dirty work. But if we get caught, I get the blame. You think you should get more than me? No.
Why would he
right?
get the blame?
No. Roger Goodell, same situation. Let me explain. The players are out there boasting it, doing the thing, putting their bodies on the line, but anything bad happens with the league. You didn't punish him enough. You punished him too much. You let them get away with this.
No, wait,
you let them get away with that.
Nah.
Roger Goodell takes the fall.
Nah.
He
Roger
deserves
Goodell-
the pay of a leader.
Roger
Nah, I don't
Goodell
think so.
is not.
He's been good for the league.
I'm not trying to say
No,
that.
wait.
I'm
One of the
I'm not
best commissioners the league has ever had.
I disagree.
Stop it. I disagree too.
I disagree.
I'm not trying to say that Goodell doesn't deserve money.
Bro.
Obviously, he could. The NFL makes the money that it makes. It's a business that makes the money, and as the CEO, for lack of a better word, he should get a cut of that money. But there's no way that this dude should be making more money than these guys that are out there breaking their fucking balls.
In what system in the freaking world does that happen? Does your boss not make more money than you?
No, but that's not
I-
your boss. He's not there. Wait.
Yeah, I understand that.
All right, so
but
here,
it's
wait.
a different situation.
All right, let's go. Let's step it back
ahead.
a little bit.
Go ahead.
Think about it. Even on a fucking president, their salary is what?
You spit heavy right there, but go
No,
ahead.
I'm doing it. You listen. A president makes how much a year?
Money.
How much does the
What,
president make a year?
The president?
The president of the United States.
It's
how much
like
does he make a year?
400 grand or
It's
something.
shit, right? But he
it's
runs the
it's not-
country.
yeah.
He doesn't get what the fucking millionaires that he's controlling and governing.
Sure.
The owners are the ones making the money.
Sure.
How he's at the same fucking like table as the owners when it comes to making that type of money?
He shouldn't be.
Because look,
Absolutely not.
And
Absolutely
look,
not.
He shouldn't
if you're
be, 'cause all
disarming
he
a bomb
does- all he is
and
is-
you decide to cut
He
the
has
blue wire,
zero fucking investment. It
No,
doesn't
no.
matter. He can get.
he's in charge.
No,
He
but
can
that's
get
the thing. No,
plastered.
this is where you're wrong. Yes, he's in charge. Okay, so yes, he's the figurehead, right? But he doesn't.
He has nothing to lose.
It's almost. It's
What does
not.
he have to
It's not.
lose?
It's not independent contractors. It's not the right
What
term.
does he
But
have
it's
to lose?
almost independent
Everything.
organizations that do what they have to do
Everything,
to make
Frank,
the money.
everything.
No, because
They
the-
blame
the
Goodell
Giants-
for everything.
the Giants,
They
the
blame Goodell for allowing the kneeling. It's not his fault.
the Giants, the Cowboys, this team, that team, this, blah, blah, blah. They do whatever they're gonna do to make the money the ticket sales and make the money,
Sure.
whatever. So why should Goodell get a piece of that? He shouldn't.
Absolutely not.
Yes,
Because
okay.
he
Goodell,
decides what you're allowed to do.
It's bullshit.
Well, that's a whole different argument.
All he
But
is
so-
is a
so
mediator.
Goodell-
He is a mediator in a fucking league.
Yes.
Don't you
Yes.
pay a lawyer to mediate your divorce?
Yeah, but he doesn't
Yes.
fucking
No,
own
Do
your
you not
company.
pay a lawyer
No,
to
he
mediate
doesn't
your
own your
divorce?
company.
Yes, you do, but there's no reason that you should have to pay the lawyer more than the fucking.
Well, your wife
You
doesn't
end
make-
up paying your
If you're-
lawyer more than your wife you owe alimony to,
if your wife
correct?
makes $1 million, why should you have to pay your lawyer $1.5 million?
Because he decided you didn't pay her $3.
It's not right.
That's
He
bullshit.
made sure you didn't pay her $3. So you owe him something.
We disagree.
Yeah, well, we're gonna disagree. On
There's
this.
right and there's wrong.
I don't have a problem with Goodell making money. Obviously, Goodell,
He's the lawyer in a bad marriage.
Goodell earns his money.
All fall
But not for
ends
nothing.
on Goodell.
Not for nothing. The league is in more fucking chaos than when Tagliabue was in charge.
Why?
The kneeling?
No.
kneeling,
One reason.
And he thinks
One reason. Because today's society is offended.
Well, that's
and
a different.
things are no, but that has
That's a
to
different
do,
argument.
That has to do with
No,
the
no, no, that's
no,
a
it
different
absolutely does. The kneeling, the hits,
but that's a different argument.
but everything's different.
People are offended by every fucking thing, and it has nothing to do with.
If I hit you and tackle you,
forget the NFL. You can
Goodell-
walk down the street with an American flag on,
but
be offended by it.
Goodell is dealing with a society where when Lawrence Taylor was playing, he hit you and knocked you out and danced around your body.
would
Nobody
never happen.
spoke up.
It would have never happened.
Nobody spoke up, right? If I hit you with a legal hit and knock you out, he has to deal with why are you allowing that to happen?
And you're gonna pay him because he has to deal with that bullshit?
He needs to.
Stop it.
Come on. It still doesn't.
How you gentlemen don't
he
see that
doesn't
as
lose,
fair?
he
You know what the
doesn't
problem
lose
with the NFL is? It's the same problem with society. Is that nobody says to people, "Hey, suck it the fuck up." And that's the problem. That's the problem.
Okay, but with people not saying suck it the fuck up,
Because-
Goodell catches the flack. The
Because
owners
people-
don't.
Here's the
Because
thing,
people
though.
bitch
The
at
players
Goodell.
don't. The pompous players don't.
People bitch at Goodell that the NFL is this, that, and whatever. It's just like society. Oh, my candidate didn't win, and you have to fucking placate to him. No, fuck you. Hillary lost. Let it go.
Suck
It's
it up.
over. It's the same thing.
But
Hey,
here's the thing, though,
guess
like-
what? It's a sport of fucking warriors. These are real men. The guy made a tackle, and he fucking not for
And they
nothing.
all
I'm not
signed
trying to
up
be an
for that
asshole, but he tackled the wrong way,
Whoa.
and hey, he might be paralyzed.
Who
It
was
has
that?
nothing to do with. It
was
has
that
nothing to
him?
do with
The guy recently that tackled properly. It wasn't illegal.
No.
But it was wrong. His head was wrong.
Actually, you saw
Yeah,
this
great.
this
It has
past
nothing to
week
do with
was a
fucking
hit
Goodell.
in the Dallas game where this guy, he obviously wasn't headhunting. He dipped down lower. He gets hit.
It happens.
Happens all the fucking time. But here's what I'm gonna say. Goodell, he's trying to supersede the court sometimes, and this is one thing that always pisses me off. And let's not go back to it. Okay, I'm pissed off about the Zico shit.
I don't.
If the
come
fucking
on.
okay, wait, let's go like this is the court of law. If it gets dropped out of the court of law, how does he supersede that and still suspend you?
Because wait, hear me out.
Okay, go ahead.
The NFL is in such a weird position with the offended world we live in today
Doesn't fucking matter.
that Ray Rice,
Yeah, that's a larger issue.
that Ray Rice, it's the real issue. Why he did what he did.
It's illegal.
Ray Rice opened a can of worms that he doesn't know how to deal with yet.
Smacked
You got
Janine Rice in
Adrian
the face
Peterson
twice, like Ray
beating
Rice.
his kid, splitting open his testicles with a piece of fucking tree. You got all these players that are assaulting people. He's like, the same way Gronkowski gets one game, and so does Juju Smith-Schuster. It's not right. It's not right. But how do you legislate that? It's a hard minefield to walk in, and the man with that weight on his shoulders deserves to be paid as such.
Well, wait, he just does a decision blindly. While a fucking court system is in place to protect everybody, supposedly.
How are we going to talk about
How do you
him
supersede him? I'm sorry.
with you being a Dallas fan and not talk about your pompous ass fucking owner trying to shut shit down, and the whole league went, fuck you.
No, granted.
Oh, no, but
but
they
Jerry
hate this
Jones said, hey, listen, Rodgers shouldn't be made this kind of money. It's time for somebody new.
Because he didn't like him suspending Zeke. That's what it was about.
No, he had a problem with Goodell before that happened.
Absolutely.
Bullshit.
Jay,
Bullshit. Pull records up. Pull records up. He actually, the year before, said in interviews, Goodell does a great job. He's the man for the job. He does what we want.
You can go on ESPN right now and see that they say Jerry Jones has spoken out about Goodell before his new contract.
He suspended
Before
Zeke.
Ezekiel got
and Jerry
suspended.
Jones was like, get him out of here. You know what the league said?
No, Goodell.
All right, where did Jerry Jones go wrong?
Jerry
When he
Jones
told
has
the
his-
other owners, I'm the senior owner.
Jerry Jones has his
He
own
is a
person that he
senior
thinks
owner.
should
He's
be running
not.
the league.
Compared to
He's
the
not the oldest owner in the league. Are you crazy?
He's the smartest and the richest.
He's not the senior owner, is what you just said.
Jerry-
He is not. He got fucked.
He got fucked, but the whole league's getting fucked right now.
I mean, fuck the Cowboys, but
Yeah, that being said, fuck you too. Listen, I
Listen,
don't
Jerry
care about-
Jones overstepped.
no, I don't think he
No,
did.
didn't. Of course not. He's a fucking billionaire. He can absolutely fucking speak his fucking goddamn mind on somebody who has no ownership in the fucking in the league. All he does is make decisions from behind his little fucking closet in a little office somewhere where he's just like,
Not for nothing, but
I can do
80% of the league hates Goodell too. So
Not for nothing. Not for nothing. In 5 years, the Niners are gonna be in the Super Bowl.
the what?
Just throwing it out there.
The what?
Niners. Just
Yeah.
throwing it out there.
What do you mean?
Kaepernick.
Throwing it out there.
Kaepernick's their
What do you
backup.
mean? What do you mean? The stands as fans?
Just throwing it out there, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Lynch as a general manager. Come on now.
You got a good decade before the Niners even
5
sniff
years,
the
bro.
Super Bowl. Stop it.
5
It's over-
years.
It's over.
5 years.
Mm.
How's your Giants doing, Doug?
I don't. Fine. I guess.
Speaking of Giants,
It's a bad year. What? Everyone has.
You
a bad
fired
year.
Ben and Jerry.
Yeah, because fuck them both. That's why.
yeah, well, after that, I mean, I was saying the same shit. Was like, how the fuck do you bench Eli Manning?
Because he
After
was trying to
everything.
save
It was
his
all about.
job.
Yeah, it was this cocksucker. Was
Save
just
his
trying
job.
He was trying to save his
That
job.
was the worst thing he could to save his job.
Only because
That
who was next up.
controversy was the worst thing he could do to save his
Oh,
job.
only
Right.
because who was
Right.
next up.
Absolutely wrong.
And the problem,
Absolutely wrong.
the problem was, and you say that we're gonna bench Eli for Geno Smith. Like if you're gonna bench
Come
Eli
on.
for the fucking rookie that you drafted,
Right,
that you have, there's a whole
right,
different situation.
right.
But, for
But if
Geno-
you're gonna go out in front of reporters and say, "I think Geno gives us the best chance of winning,"
Come on.
what are you out of your fucking
Yeah.
mind?
stupid.
Agreed.
So-
Agreed.
Listen, Eli's best years are behind him. There's no question. I as a Giants fan, I believe that it's
He's
time
still-
to move on from
he's still
Eli.
better than
Is
Geno.
Eli
But
chances
Eli
of
is
going
not
to
the biggest
Jacksonville high?
problem.
Yeah.
Eli
Will he be
has
there next year?
Eli has nothing
Yeah.
around him. Literally nothing around him. Huh?
Well,
You're a Giants fan. You think Eli will be there
Eli
next
will
year?
be there next
he'll
year.
be there next year.
If
Listen,
McAdoo was still there, I don't think he would. If
I'd like to
McAdoo was
see him
still
in
there, I would say
Jacksonville.
Eli would go to Jacksonville.
I'd like
But
to see him in Jacksonville.
I think he's got a no trade
Here's what I
clause in
say,
his
though. I
contract.
think- I don't think
he'll be there.
I don't think Eli's gonna do the bad next year.
Do you think Alex
If they
Smith is in
receive-
Kansas City?
No,
The Giants got plagued by injuries this
because
year.
I think Andy Reid's going to want to start the next.
Where the
guy.
fuck does Alex Smith go?
I don't know, but I think Andy Reid's going to start the backup.
Is he
Whatever
done?
the young kid's name.
Alex was definitely not done.
Alex
Where's
Smith
he
had
go?
when we first started talking about this, I thought the Chiefs were going to go to at least the
They
championship
were on
game,
fire.
and I thought Alex Smith is going to be that year. But Alex Smith is cooled off, and I think that I don't know where I don't know.
The problem is this: Alex Smith is a good quarterback, but just always can't get the job done, bro.
But you
And I like
mean,
him.
But you can't always say that. I mean, what's the job done? It's like not everybody's gonna win the Super Bowl. He's been a very effective.
Deep in the playoffs.
He's been a very effective quarterback, though.
He is what
as
he
of
is. He's a
late.
game manager, and he's very good at it.
Yeah, he's doing very good.
Where does he go though? What team's he on next year?
You know what?
Broncos?
Why not Miami, dude?
Yeah, seriously, Miami, Jacksonville,
could
a
fucking
team
do it.
that like
Yo, listen.
has all the other weapons and just needs.
Cutler? What
He's
the
a-
fuck, dude?
What the
Listen,
fuck?
He's a joke.
I don't understand, bro. And I
Cigarette in
understand,
his
bro.
mouth. What the fuck?
I don't understand what's wrong with
He's
this
just
dude.
like fuck it. I was retired. Y'all brought me back.
No, but you gotta understand though, when they put a lot. I mean,
He had a
his
high
coach-
ceiling. Never fulfilled. Never
Yeah.
fulfilled.
And I felt bad for him. Like I always thought it was like maybe it was his health or whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he does like the what is it the shots for the
Cutler?
no yeah, absolutely.
He does shots?
No, he has blood issues, sugar.
Really?
Yeah, insulin.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
Yes, sidelines. Absolutely.
Good call. I
So
didn't know
he's
that.
been doing
It's
that.
not. It's not. Marshawn Lynch with the Skittles, but he's got.
Yeah.
different
Anybody
problems.
predict Oakland goes deep?
Stop it.
Absolutely not. No.
Patriots.
I thought in the beginning they were gonna do something good, but they
Are they not
fell off.
using Marshawn like they should?
They're using him, but listen, he's getting older. You can see
2
it on-
years off?
but he's still pretty good though, man. He got some plays in him that where it actually shows what he was, but
Yeah.
it could be a product of the line. It could be a product of the coaching. I don't know.
Patriots.
I
Saints.
can't blame him.
Patriots.
Maybe in a better
Saints.
line.
I can't say Patriots with
Patriots,
no
Saints.
weapons, brother. What weapons do they have? They're all
Stop
out.
it. They got
Patriots-
Tom Brady
Patriots,
and they got
Patriots.
cheating ass Bill Belichick. They'll figure it out.
Yeah, I know.
Patriots Saints.
Unfortunately.
Keyword
As much
was
as I hate it.
cheating.
Patriots Saints Super Bowl. Put it on the board.
Saints win.
Sure.
Saints. That's all right.
If it's
Yeah.
Patriots, Saints wins.
No chance.
But I think Steelers take it all. Going into week 16,
no chance.
Steelers take it all.
No chance.
No way.
The way Bryant's been playing,
And as a matter of fact, I got one guy in particular at my job that the Patriots can't win because I can't deal with it. I'll have to homicide somebody,
Okay.
and I don't want to do
Okay.
it.
Who's there?
we've talked some football, but the serious question is this.
It's Jim Carrey.
After recording episode 7, any of y'all seeing 3 of you? Because I am done, dude.
Yeah, there's like 6 people on the couch for me right
Done.
now. I know that.
Where we going? Jim Carrey?
No, you said something about his Jim Carrey out of his mind. It's funny. I had an answer to that question
I don't
because
think he is.
he's got a Netflix special out right now
Looks good.
about I think it's called Jim and Andy. I think is what it's called.
He's got 2 out. One on Jim and Andy and one on the Grinch.
All right. Well, this is okay, but I think it's Jim and Andy is what it's called, and basically it's how he transformed himself essentially into Andy Kaufman
Yes.
to play him in Man on the Moon.
Yes.
And it's kind of basically how his whole life changed after that. And he so basically, I mean, I haven't watched it yet, but just what I can tell is that he, you're all right? You want a blanket, bro?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. Let's go.
You want me?
He transformed himself so much into Andy Kaufman, that like he became a nuisance on the set.
They were gonna
To the point
therapist.
when the movie was over, he
Can we
was
shut it off?
Yeah, no, he couldn't shut it. He was like just a different
I
person.
forgot who he was.
And if you see any interview with the guy lately, it's almost sad, bro. Like you know, I mean,
no,
I
but
get that. Like
he's doing a role right now. You know that, right?
I don't think he is though.
But see, let me.
There's no way he's that guy that
I think
believes
he's
I
fucked
am
up,
where you
man.
are.
I really
are
do
where
think
I
he's
am.
fucked up.
No,
Because
you
like
know what?
He's
people
gotta-
talk to him about shit like, "Hey, are you ever gonna make another Ace Ventura?" And he's like, "No, why would I ever do
He's
that?"
got a
And-
role coming
And then
out.
he says something that to me, I mean, I'm not a huge fan, but he said something to me that was a little bit deep, and it made me think, like, fuck, man. He goes, if I had one, what did he say? If I had one wish in life, I would wish that everybody on the planet Earth could be rich and famous, so they could learn that that's not the answer. And I was like, fuck. He was like one of these dudes that like he made all the money and whatever, and he still has all
He's
the
still
problems
miserable.
that he had. He's still not a happy dude.
But he does that with roles. What's next for him?
I don't think he's playing. I really don't feel like he's playing a role right now. I feel like that
Who
Whatever-
remembers him on the MTV Music Awards?
whatever
Fully
happened,
bearded, crazy
whatever
as fuck.
happened in his life.
But let me ask you a question though. Do you think that? I mean, that shit always bothers me when I hear people like, "Oh, if you had all the money in the world," but it's just more like a character issue to me. Like,
yeah.
I don't feel like money is so much. I think it's a character. It's a
No, but
character
but I
flaw.
mean, I guess the idea is like if
I
you're,
get
if
what
you're a
he's saying.
miserable fucking guy,
Money's
and,
not
you-
gonna
and
change
suddenly
that.
you have $100 million in your
It's not
bank
gonna
account,
change
you're
that.
still a
You're gonna be a
miserable
miserable
fucking
fuck
guy.
Of
this.
course. But
money.
that-
If
okay.
you have problems in your life.
Now, if he's saying that
Right.
before everything, he was still miserable and like he got into it because of money. And
Yeah, I mean, he's talked
I
about
get
problems
it.
that he's had in his life. I
Of
mean,
course.
listen, we're not here to fucking dissect Jim
Exactly.
Carrey, but like, I don't know,
I think
I
he's
saw the preview
regular
for the thing.
Jim Carrey. He's just preparing for something. He's coming out.
I really don't think I think you're over. I think
I
you're-
hope so, because I
We're not-
remember
we're not-
Liar
we're not-
Liar
I think
Jim
you're giving him
Carrey.
too much credit.
I remember
Yeah.
Liar Liar Jim Carrey, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective Jim Carrey. Dude's a fucking genius.
There's been people out there that are kind of just begging him to do those kinds of things, and he's kind of like,
I'm past it.
Yeah, it's like it's not
he's
who
not
I
gonna
am.
go back to that.
I don't
Well,
think he's
I'm-
playing a role. I think that he just is.
But you know what?
I hope not.
He
I hope
has.
not.
He has.
Like, why wouldn't you make? I mean, I guess the idea is he did kind of come back to try to do Dumb and Dumber 2, and it didn't
Awful.
make the kind of money that he thought it would
Awful.
make. So, like, why would he make Ace Ventura 3, or why would he make Liar Liar 2?
Because it was
or-
still good.
But you
Why
know
would
what
he
though?
make
Like,
whatever,
I don't
whatever?
think he has to necessarily go back to that genre or style because if you watch the number like the movie Number 23, I fucking love that movie. It is totally
Never seen it in
different.
its entirety.
It's a totally different aspect of how he
But it's like it's,
I didn't love
it's,
that
it's like
movie,
Robin
honestly.
Williams
Huh?
going
I
serious.
didn't love that movie.
I didn't
No.
love it, but it was something different.
He was good in it, but I
Yes.
didn't really love the movie.
Yeah, of course. But I was thinking like for something that you're not used to seeing him in, I was like, damn, that was pretty good. Like he can go
Stepping outside
past.
of his norm. Yeah.
He can go past that fucking like stupid fucking like.
Well, that was kind of the role that he had in the Majestic.
He's pigeon-toed though with his comic. They expect him to
Oh,
be
wait.
funny when he's not. It's like
and he's
Well,
very
that's the
like
Eddie Murphy
he's no
syndrome, right?
Denzel.
That's the Eddie Murphy syndrome.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is Beverly Hills Cop 4 that he's been
Yeah.
talking about for 100 years?
I wish he
went to
would.
Dr. Doolittle.
Eddie
So-
Murphy was one of my favorite, like,
wish he
favorite
would.
comedians, favorite comic actors ever.
Frank.
He went,
Frank.
he went straight to Dr. Doolittle or
Yeah, and then what happened with
And
Eddie
fucking
Murphy? I mean,
trannies.
fuck me, man.
I'm fucking trained. Don't slip that in there. Don't slip that in
It's the
there.
truth though. He did go fucking trannies. Listen, that's all right. It happens, and we are totally fucked up right now.
I mean, we can edit. I mean, anybody else gonna? I mean, Jay's sleeping. You want to talk about the best sleeping positions or anything like that before we get out of here?
Best
The
sleeping position.
Best position, the
I'm gonna give it to you
49ers.
hard.
They ain't shit for the next decade.
On your left
Motherfucker.
side,
Best sleeping positions is
left
the 49ers
leg
'cause
straight,
they suck.
right leg bent. Best position. On your side, left leg straight, right leg bent. You know, for years I slept with both arms like Dracula tucked underneath me until I started having elbow problems. I realized that's not the way to do it.
Motherfucker.
Wow, that's weird.
How do y'all sleep? Whoa, 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 whoa.
You mean
Frank doesn't sleep.
Talking about Frank doesn't really. Well, he sleeps for 2 or 3 minutes at a time.
2 or 3 seconds at a time.
No, like every
All right, the
45
scariest part about being in the room when he sleeps is when he stops snoring, you think he's dead. Doug, am I right or wrong?
No, you're right.
Yo, middle of the night,
Hey.
he goes, and I go, I pop out of bed. Chris, wake up. Is he alive? He's like, I don't fucking know, bro. Should we touch him? He goes, all right, he's alive. He's alive. He's
I'm
alive.
good.
Should we touch him? Yo, you know
Shoot,
who was?
you don't touch
I don't even think he was worse than you, but he was close. We had one of my boys back in the day, this kid Ritter. This dude would sleep in a different room. He curled up next to it. I had an apartment in Edison. He curled up in a ball next to one of our refrigerators in the side, right? Just so nobody could fuck with him. And he might have been worse than Frank. One of my boys started throwing shoes at him in his sleep and shit to get him to stop. It was the same sort of thing where like the breathing would stop and like as the air would start to come in.
You haven't seen any? I'm assuming Doug's seen it all. I'm 2 episodes in, and right now, 2 episodes in, I like Punisher better than Daredevil.
Oh my God, the
Fucking
Punisher. Woo!
Uh,
The
So
Punisher.
good.
Here's what I was
Oh,
saying.
God,
I
it's
already
so
watched
good.
this whole shit.
You
So-
watched it all?
I watched it all.
Fuck, I didn't think you were up yet.
I took, took one
I'm
day.
2 episodes in. My favorite Netflix series.
I gotta tell you, it changed.
Favorite
it's
Netflix
not,
series?
It's not what it is. It is mine too. It's followed close.
Really?
For me, it's Punisher, Daredevil season 1, like right
Ozark.
there and there. But I'm talking about just the Marvel shows.
Yeah.
The Punisher, it kind of, it's weird. It goes into like, for the whole middle part of the season, it ends up almost being like a crime drama. And it's not even until, let me think, there's 13 episodes, so I don't even think it's until like 9 or 10 where he's like the Punisher again. But when he is,
It's so raw, bro.
I'm 2 in.
woo, is
and
raw
I'm in
as
love.
fuck.
So
I
fucking
love it.
raw.
When he gets mad at the end, woo,
Listen.
I'm so
Hide your
glad y'all made me
kids.
watch it.
hide your kids.
Hide your wife, hide your kids.
It's
He's
so good. He's a
Yeah.
ruthless
So good, bro.
beast.
And it reminds me of like, yo,
Can't protect him, Rick.
it reminds me of the beginning of fucking like,
The beginning of the show is crazy, and then like, did you get to the part where he fucks with the construction workers yet?
Yes.
Oh my
With the
God.
sledgehammer.
Oh my
Does
God.
work.
But then, like,
Oh.
it doesn't. I think it's like the 10th or the 11th episode where he spray paints the skull on his body armor
Yup.
again, and he goes fucking bananas.
bananas.
Now, you mentioned the best comic movie ever
Best comic movie ever.
in the ratings. The new Thor. Did you see it?
The new Thor was fucking amazing. Yeah.
I didn't see it. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Was it as
No.
good as you thought?
No, it ended up being more of a comedy than I thought it
Yeah.
was going to be,
Really?
but it was amazing, bro.
It was
If you ever
amazing.
saw the other 2 Thors, forget the other 2 Thors. This was like, it was
Frank,
almost
you
like,
saw it?
It was refreshing. Yeah, this.
did you see it?
I
It
just
was
wanna,
almost like a reboot for the franchise.
yeah, the Thor Ragnarok.
You both have seen it? I haven't.
It's super dope. That shit was
Better
really
than the
good.
first 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Best comic movie
and,
ever?
and not for nothing, I like the 2 other
Best
Thors.
comic ever?
Better than Deadpool?
No. I like Deadpool better.
Deadpool's
Deadpool's
amazing.
so good.
But Thor Ragnarok was on a whole different level than the other Thors.
In Deadpool 2, does Wolverine make an appearance?
Hold on. Let's talk about this for a second because we're in December, so I mean
Yep.
by the time this comes out, whatever. Did you see that Disney bought Fox?
Dude, for how much?
So the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and Deadpool are all in the Disney family now, which means theoretically, if you wanted to, Deadpool could show up in the Avengers movies, X-Men could show up in the Avengers movies. They have everybody now.
They're
Insane.
They won't though. They won't. I hope not.
No, I think they'll probably have the Fantastic Four show up. But in my opinion, I mean, Hugh Jackman's already said he can't come back. He's too old. So, like, you might as well reboot the whole X-Men franchise. So they probably won't show up. But I'd imagine
who
you'll
else
see
really is there
you'll
in
see the
X-Men should
Fantastic Four
actually
show
be?
up.
X-Men is like, I feel like.
The last
Jackman.
one, the young kids can make appearances.
Did you see
But
the
is
preview
that-
for the New Mutants?
No.
Which is like another new X-Men movie?
No.
It's like a
The
horror
show
movie.
or the movie?
It's a movie.
Oh.
It's like, but they filmed it like a horror movie.
But you
It's
see
crazy.
that there's a mutant show also that's going on. right now.
Yeah, The Gifted.
Yes.
It-
Are they
it's got
doing-
good
are they
ratings. I've
doing
never-
a,
I haven't
I
seen it yet.
agree. I haven't got to see it either.
Are they doing a Suicide Squad too? Or is that dead? That's the one and done.
Actually,
No,
they've
they're
been
doing a
talking about
Suicide
that.
Squad too. Is this going to make a lot of noise? Because I'm
Yeah,
sure
you're fine.
they're making a
Sauce up.
Suicide Squad too.
Really?
Yeah. You know what's
Were
weird
you
is
as
that did anybody
disappointed?
see? Did anybody see Justice League?
No.
So I saw Justice League by myself because I literally couldn't find anybody to go see it with me. And I must be one of the rare few that I like Affleck as Batman.
I do too.
But the movie was okay at best.
Wait, it came out already?
Did
Justice League?
Momoa
Yeah.
hold his spot?
Fuck me.
Huh?
Did Momoa hold his own like we were talking about?
Momoa is
Question.
Momoa is one of the best parts of the movie, honestly.
I want to
love
ask
that
you a question,
dude,
but I
man.
want to ask it right now because I want
Go
to ask
ahead.
it.
Yeah.
Shoot it.
No, because I don't want to ruin it for everybody.
Shoot it.
Buddy, it's been out for months at this point.
Shoot
and
it,
by the
brother.
time this
Is
by the-
Superman in there or not?
Superman is in it, yeah.
Motherfucker, that's what I've been.
They go through a whole thing of like resurrecting him, and like you get like a 5-minute sequence of him fighting the Justice League, which is interesting to watch.
Yeah.
But like I don't know.
You want to
Part of the problem is I don't know if you heard about this, but at the same time, Henry Cavill, who plays Superman, is filming a sequence for the new Mission Impossible movie.
What?
Shit.
So in the new Mission Impossible movie, he's got a big, thick mustache. So to be assholes to Warner Brothers, when they had to do reshoots, they were like, "Well, he can't shave his mustache." So they had to digitally remove the mustache.
What?
So there's a couple of sequences that he's in, and it's like he's got like a CGI face, and it just totally takes you out of the movie. So like there's a sequence where
Oh,
all right,
fuck.
so they resurrect Superman, right? And first of all, it's some convoluted bullshit of how they resurrect him, where like they're gonna drop a mother box in the water, and the Flash has to run and hit it at the right speed, and whatever the fuck. So he wakes up. He ends up at his little like thing where he died, like he just happens to be there. And Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Flash, and Aquaman are all trying to calm him down. Like, hey,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. And he's just like, "Brr," and he starts fighting them. For no apparent reason, really. Like, he just sees that.
Snapped.
Like, he like, X-ray visions them and sees that, whatever the fuck. So he starts fighting them. And one of the coolest sequences, actually, is he's fighting Wonder Woman, Cyborg, and Aquaman at the same time. And the Flash runs, obviously, as fast as he can, and nobody can see what he's doing. But as he's fighting them, the Flash is running, and he does this move. Where he looks and you can tell that he sees the Flash, like he can move as fast as the Flash can. The Flash is like, he's like scared of him as he's running. So like Superman punches everybody else, turns around and just fucking knocks the Flash out. He's like, "Bah!" and he knocks him out. But then like one of the coolest sequences of that whole thing, because it plays back to Batman versus Superman, if you saw that ever,
Right.
is that Batman shows up and now Superman turns all his anger towards Batman, and he grabs him by his fucking throat and he holds him up in the air. He's like, "This is all your fault," and Batman's trying to be like, "Ugh," and he, like in the first movie, Batman puts on the big armor and says to Superman, "Tell me, do you bleed?"
Yep.
So Superman's holding Batman up at his throat. He's like, "This is all your fault," and he looks at him in the eyes. And he goes, "Tell me, do you bleed?" And like people in the theater were like, "Oh shit!" That's the only like emotional response that I saw anybody have to that movie in the
Yeah,
theater.
because they were holding on to the last episode.
Right.
You know.
So like
the
the whole
last
rest
movie.
of the movie was like, until the very.
It sounds to me like they waited a long time to bring him into that episode. It's just like
He was in it for a quarter of the movie,
Yeah.
probably. So that sequence happens, and then he ends up going back to Smallville. Like
Smallville.
Batman is like, Batman's like, enact the backup plan or whatever the fuck, and with the backup plan is Lois Lane.
yeah.
So she shows up. "Oh, Clark, don't do this, blah blah blah." Meanwhile, Superman is supposed to have an alter ego, but she just calls him Clark in front of the whole fucking city. But whatever. And they fly off. They go to Smallville, and she, suddenly he ends up being whatever the fuck. But so like he doesn't really appear again until the end of the movie. They're fighting this guy Steppenwolf, who nobody cares about, which is probably why
Yellow Wolf. Eminem's prodigy.
yeah, which is probably why the movie sales sucked, because nobody gives a fuck about who Steppenwolf is.
Yeah.
But he shows up and it's really ham-handed. Like Steppenwolf's talking shit, and Superman just shows up and he's like, "I believe in truth and justice." Like just say
Really hammy.
and just say the American way. You know what I mean?
Hammy.
He ends up punching him in the face, and they fight and blah blah blah. I will say, if you saw Man of Steel, and if you saw Batman versus Superman, the Justice League movie is the first real shot you have of Henry Cavill being Superman. Like his suit is bright red and blue and yellow. He believes in truth, justice, and the American way. He's smiling, having a good time, saving people. He's like the real, true Superman now.
Yeah.
So that was cool to see. But I don't know, man. The movie was kind of a mess.
I still want to see it.
No, it's good. I think it's worth a see. But it's unfortunate that it's not making any money now. WB's kind of shifting up their whole thing. Affleck's probably out as Batman.
And Jay's sleeping. So it's
Which is a shame. I like
Jay
Affleck's
sleeping.
Batman, bro.
Well,
I like Affleck's Pac-Man. I like Pac-Man's Batfleck.
I like Pac-Man's Batfleck. Well, on that note,
Good enough, Jay. So anyway,
Let's get the fuck out of here.
let's get the
Listen,
fuck out of here
man.
so Jay can go curl up in his bed and like a bitch.
yeah,
As always on Gorillas of Booze, Mashishi Piece.
yeah, he's a little.
That's
fucking-
actually not the words. So are
It's
we
like-
gonna finish these beers or no?
I already actually finished mine. Doug.
Don't be in a proper fucking finish your beer.
Finish
Let me
your
do
beer.
that at first.
It's been a long night. We get to finally try our first beers. Not bad.
Gorillas of Booze on Instagram. Booze Gorillas on Twitter. WGoB Entertainment on strippers.com.
On what.com?
What?
Strippers like
Strippers.com? is that
Well,
right?
Jay, come on.
What'd I do?
focus.
All right, Jay, listen, I'll handle it. So here we are. So anyway, we're going to get out of here. So follow us, like us, hang out with us. We are
Likens.
the Gorillas of Booze on Facebook.
There.
We are at Booze Gorillas on Twitter.
Also here.
On YouTube, it's WGoB Network,
That's
but
right
it,
here,
it
but you
could
know that
take a
'cause you're
little bit of
watching it.
time for it to update. So you can
might
still
be
find us at
GoB
Right here.
WGoB-TV on YouTube, but we are the WGoB Network on
Nipple
YouTube
flick.
now. Instagram, it's Gorillas of Booze.
Right here.
Or individually, it's DVDSN, although I barely use it, but it's my last name with no vowels, DVDSN.
What we talking about? Which one?
Instagram.
Instagram. Plato
Follow along, fucking Frank.
Jason G.
It's
Music.
Jason G Music. Like and share country rap rock. All
Apparently,
you
the
can get.
Instagram account is all fucking Frank.
Oh, let's do Insta Hops. What is it called?
Fuck is InstaHops?
It's
Are you talking about Untapped?
Untapped, baby.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Jason A. Ruger on Untapped.
On Untapped, it's Jason A. Ruger. It's Doug G.O.B.
Frank the Tank.
And
Frank
Muff
the Tank.
Diver for Chris.
Muff Diver for Doppel
Chris, baby, we missed you. But Frank felt your pain. He got to drink my beers.
Anyway, Slash Talk episode, whatever the fuck this is now.
Pieces in my needle.
Peace and my needle.
Yeah.
So anyway, as we get out of here, thank you for joining us, and we'll
Yes,
see you next
sir.
time we film anything. So as we always do as we get out of here, it's peace, smash sheesh, and we'll see you later.
Have fun.
Peace!
man.
Dookies. Deuces.
Gang gang.
Gang gang.